Okay, we have Sandhya Menon, columnist from Bengaluru, Shazia Ilmi, leader of the BJP, Khusboo of the Congress, actor and activist, Pandit Ajay Gautam, founder of HumHindu.com. And my first question is to Rahul Easwar, who stands here before me to defend the indefensible in the name of religion. That's the worst part of it. He represents the Sabrimala trust. In the name of religion, he wants to justify women being treated like this. So some people can say that in the name of religion in parts of Rajasthan, every time, listen to me please, Rahul, don't jump. They'll say in parts of Rajasthan, in the name of religion, women should be allowed to commit sati or be forced to commit sati because that is what religion ordained as the way they interpreted it. You see, it is your interpretation of religion. It is not religion. It is what you think is religion. You want to justify it in the name of religion. So will you allow sati to happen in Rajasthan? We stand up there and say, it's their right, their culture, respect it.
Can I answer?
Yeah, go on.
Every year, lakhs of women go to Sabarimala. I always go to Sabarimala along with my grandmother. The only regulation is regarding young women. There are only three reasons why young women are having some regulation. First reason, the Pratishta or the idol is Naishtika Brahmacharya. The second reason, the Pratishta or idol is Naishtika Brahmacharya. The third reason, the Pratishta or idol is Naishtika Brahmacharya. It is not regarding women's periods or purity or pilgrimage or any other reason. This Naishtika Brahmacharya concept has been there. Third point, from time immemorial, even
what is the logic there? Explain the logic. Explain the logic. No, I don't understand. I don't understand the logic. Please explain the logic. The idol is Brahmacharya, so?
Let me.
No, the idol is Brahmacharya, so?
Exactly. The idol is Brahmacharya.
So?
Exactly. The idol is Brahmacharya. So the rules and rituals connected to this temple are codified in a particular way. For example, there is ladies Sabarimala called Atigal. Sabarimala for women, where 30 lakh women offer Pongala. Not even one man offers it of any age. We don't see it as discrimination. We see it as differentiation. This is the core of our argument. And we will, and just four more lines.
Do you go to the Guruvayur temple?
Our arguments. The next
do you go to the Guruvayur temple?
Arguments.
Do you go to the Guruvayur temple?
I do.
Okay, now listen to me. Don't get worked up. Just listen to my question. You can't go.
I do.
Rahul, you can't go. You will have to go to a separate male Guruvayur temple. From tomorrow, somebody says you can't go. You can't go to any temple of your choice. We'll have to create a separate one.
That's not the system
Be
there.
satisfied.
This
What
is
system?
the whole point.
Who creates the system?
This is the whole point.
Who creates the system?
Because every temple has its own uniqueness.
There were restrictions.
Has its own pratishtha.
What are you saying?
That's the whole meaning of temple. That's the reason why we are having different
so
temples.
there is I'll tell you, there were reasons. Do you think those people?
No temple says
otherwise, why
do you think? Okay, Khusboo, you want to open a debate? Okay, Khusboo's opening the debate on the other side. I want to see tonight what all you say. By the way,
Rahul.
By the way, there were
Rahul,
restrictions.
no women.
Okay, go on. Khusboo, go on. Open the debate. Go on, Khusboo.
Rahul, yeah. No. There's no temple in the world which says that a women are not allowed inside the temple except for Sabrimala. You're saying it's a brahmachari idol. I'm asking you, wasn't he given birth by a woman? Wasn't the God created out of the woman? Wasn't the same Sabrimala? Didn't he have a mother? What are you talking about? Which world do you live in?
Wasn't you given life by a father? Did you also not have a father? Then why is Atigal not allowing men to offer Pongala? Why are you not raising this question?
My father didn't give birth to me.
Can I come in, please?
No, my father didn't give birth to me. My mother gave birth to me, and my mother pointed finger at my father and said, "He's your father."
Father gave you life and mother gave you birth.
Finger at my mother and said that she's your mother. The mother gave me birth, so my mother becomes far important. I'm asking the same God, why is he not allowing? Isn't his mother a woman? No, so why women are not allowed? Who decides about
Then
the
why are you not questioning
Which
men
rules
not
say?
All right,
offering
all right.
Pirzada
Sandhya
and
Menon.
temple?
1,500
Sandhya
years.
Menon.
Do you have a
No,
proof?
no, no, one
Do
second,
you
one second.
have a proof to say
Then-
that women are not allowed?
No, no,
Women
you
have
see-
never been to Sabrimala before this.
You see,
Supreme
don't.
Court is asking for a
No, don't show me any
for a
book.
proof.
Don't
Yeah.
show me
Show
any
that
book.
this is the
Use your
proof, like
logic.
women were never allowed
One
to sit
second,
for
please.
temple.
One second. Rahul Easwar, don't show me any book.
This is the proof.
No, don't show me
This
any
is
book.
the British book.
I'm not impressed.
This is not Indian book.
I'm not
this
impressed.
Is the British
Use logic.
Come on, Rahul.
1812.
Your logic
January
against
12.
mine. Your logic
is a British
against
book
mine.
written by people
Your
who were
logic
not even
against
there
mine
alive
tonight,
during
and
those
my
days.
point is tonight that if restrictions on Dalits from entering temples is reprehensible because it speaks of
That's
caste
right, that's the point
discrimination,
I was about to
we
make.
should be equally outraged about restrictions on women. If religious practices like sati, restrictions on the marriage of widows could be abolished because women were discriminated against, then change the restrictions on access to places of worship. Change it. Don't tell me that the Vedas say women should not be allowed into any temple. It is your interpretation of your religion,
Who said
and
that?
your interpretation of the religion, with the greatest of respect to you, is wrong,
don't
sir.
you?
Who said
It's
that?
wrong. Now, Shazia Ilmi on the other side. Shazia Ilmi.
Don't you?
Who said that?
Shazia Ilmi.
I find it really
said you're
highly
right?
ironical. They're a temple of God. Rahul, I find it really sad to hear from you that a temple of God refuses access to half the humanity, that humanity which has given birth to all of humanity. That it takes away the right to pray, to commune with the divine. You talk about Advaita Vedanta with the need of Atma to be with Paramatma. The soul has no gender, Rahul. And I think the religious people should know it better than anyone else. It is a very sad argument. Indeed. And I think it's cruelty. It's cruelty that women want to be there and they're not. And women are not just about menstruation and uterus. There is much more to women and girls than their bodies, than their anatomies. I think there's a fixed way of looking at it. And I think
Nobody raised that argument. It's very unfortunate.
As divine creatures.
It's very
And I think
unfortunate
that's
that you are
it's
raising
very
arguments that we have never
it's
raised.
unfortunate that you think.
How does the constitution not apply in your
But it is
temple?
an
These
argument. to
arguments
raise.
have never
The
been
soul has
raised
no
by us.
gender.
How do
The soul has
the
no gender.
you once no no
Let
no,
me have the
I-
constitutionality.
Just one second.
Let me have the
So one is a
constitutionality.
legal argument.
Article
One is a
25.
legal argument.
Freedom of
One is a
religion.
desire
Freedom
to
of
pray.
practice.
One
Freedom
is a
of
spiritual
propagation.
argument.
What is Articles 14? One second. You're talking about the Constitution. So you've got
The
a book
spiritu-
there. What is Article 14? Equality before law. The state shall not deny to any
Article
person
14,
equality
exactly.
before the law or the equal protection of laws within the territory of India. Prohibition and discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth is not allowed. This Constitution, which provides each one of us, you, me, Khusboo, Shazia,
Constitution.
all of us, the fundamental right to practice our faith, our places of worship, upholding that principle by depriving women of their right to practice their faith. Who do you believe in? The Constitution? The Supreme Court of this country, or yourself, Rahul Easwar? What are you saying tonight? Sandhya Menon is coming into the debate, please. Sandhya Menon wanted to take you on earlier. Sandhya, go ahead.
I'm going to say that I don't think the Supreme Court should get involved in the first place. I just believe, irrespective of what the Supreme Court says, it's just ridiculous to use tradition as a justification for misogyny, and this is nothing but misogyny. I mean, what Rahul said about brahmacharya, so what? I mean, it makes no sense. And he was asking about why men are not allowed in the Pongala. Excuse me, for every case of misogyny, if you're going to be asking why men are not allowed, please, that's speaking from privilege. There's 10,000 things for one thing that a man is not allowed. Makes absolutely no sense. So don't compare a Pongala to a Sabrimala, and really using tradition as justification for
Why not?
patriarchal tradition.
Why should we have double
no
standards?
sense at
What
all. And what
tradition?
does brahmacharya have to do with anything?
What traditions are you talking
there-
about? What traditions are Rahul Easwar? You really have no argument tonight. There are three people who have spoken. You've been unable to hold your own. If you speak about tradition, let me tell you for your kind information that it is well
Just 2
reported.
lines.
It is well reported that in Vedic times, women even wore the sacred thread. Women studied scriptures, wrote Vedic hymns, and were well versed with holy mantras. There are people who wanted to use religion to discriminate against women. They changed the rules. Women belonging to the Kshatriya caste were given training in arms and martial arts. There were no restrictions then. The Rig Veda speaks about the equality of the sexes. Do not break the rules what are written in the Rig Veda. Don't discriminate on the basis of gender by preventing entry into temples. The Rig Veda also stated, for your kind information, Rahul Easwar, that a woman should have a predominant role in society. The Rig Veda said that the woman should have the same right as the son in the inheritance of property. That is what our Vedas wrote. You are not bigger than the Vedas. So don't interpret our religion for us.
Who is against
You are
all
wrong.
this?
The Atharva Veda says, let me tell you, the Atharva Veda, one second. You want to talk about religion and tradition, right? The Atharva Veda states that women should take part in legislation. Women should play the role of protector of both family and society. Why restrict the same woman to a right to worship in the place that she pleases? You're bigger than the Vedas? Just because you're sitting on a temple trust? You sit on a temple trust, you want to go against our religion? You want to break the fundamentals of our religion? You are breaking the fundamental rules of Hinduism? What are you talking about?
Please understand our argument and condemn.
But you don't. You understand the argument. You understand the argument. You understand the argument. I am really tired of people pretending to know more about the Hindu religion. Like Pandit Ajay Gautam.
Women impure. What kind of an argument is that?
Okay, Shazia Ilmi.
You're born of that
Rahul has a
impurity.
very simple
You
argument.
come from that impurity.
Yeah,
Please understand
Rahul, it's a
our
very simple
argument.
question.
One second.
Arnab, even use one word called impurity. This is unfair.
Who gave you
This is unfair.
the rights to decide that a woman is impure?
Just one line. This is grossly unfair. This is grossly unfair. You are quoting arguments which I have never spoken. I never use the word impure. I never use the word piri. I never use the word discrimination. You are unnecessary. You are grossly unfair. Listen to my argument at least. At least listen to what the argument is. The argument is not of purity. The argument is of uniqueness of a particular temple where males are not allowed for Pongala.
Rahul, okay. Rahul, why a woman is not allowed between 10 to 60? Why a woman is not allowed between 10 to 50 years old when she's 50, 55? Why that certain period woman is not allowed?
Allow me for my submission.
Can you give me a reason?
Why is the men categorically not allowed to offer Pongala? Because Pongala is a Straina Puja Ridi or a female Puja Ridi. Whereas Sabrimala is having a male Naishtika Brahmacharya Puja Ridi. Ladies Sabrimala allows women. Ladies Sabrimala allows women.
We have a woman Pujari in a different temple. It's not about Pongala alone.
Naishtika Brahmacharya.
You're just going back.
Exactly.
You are not giving me a simple question to answer to a simple question. Why a woman is not allowed in Sabrimala
quoting Kerala
to 50?
It's a cruel argument. It's cruelty. It's a violation of basic rights.
Absolutely, it is.
Real argument by Kerala High Court.
Rahul, you're not answering my question. Why a woman is not allowed?
Travancore Devaswom Board cited again in 1993.
Are not allowed.
But today you have Supreme Court order. Let's quote that.
No, you are not being able to answer Khusboo's question tonight directly. And that
allow me for my submission.
Hypocrisy. Yes, Pandit Ajay Gautam, what do you have to say? Pandit Ajay Gautam, please. Pandit Ajay Gautam of HumHindu.com. Yeah, go on.
I just want to draw attention of all of you about an incident which, in respect of a Shani Singapore, a girl who belonged to the South India broken the rules and regulations of the temple, and she upstairs and touch and offer her worship to the Shani Singapore. And what happened thereafter? Everybody knows the natural disaster and natural calamities happened with South India.
I can't believe what you're saying. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
This is the classical example.
This is the problem.
The rules and regulations.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and you ought to be ashamed that. No, 1 second. Pandit Ajay Gautam.
And on one hand, you are talking about Article 14. I'm listening all of you patiently.
Pandit Ajay Gautam, I think you've lost your mind.
Listen to me, please.
You've lost your mind.
Complete my argument.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't know what Pandit Ajay is saying.
On a one hand, you are saying about the Article 14, equality before law.
What is wrong with you?
On another hand, you need the protection, special rules, special acts, special rules, law, Mahila Ayog for the protection and reservation for the women. You need the reservation for the seat to metro and DTC buses to the Lok Sabha. If you know everything is equal before the law, then why you need the special need protection rules regulation for the women?
Okay.
On that time, why you are not talking about Article 14?
Have you finished? You
What
finished?
kind of a trite argument is that? What kind of a trite?
We all are talking about Article 14 at the same time.
What about you?
I don't even know what you're saying.
Shazia Ilmi, why not you are
Women have
raising
an
voice?
equal right to worship and pray
And this is not the only one place. There is 8 places
really
in the
want to
world
know,
at
did
where
you-
the entry of the women are restricted. In Japan, in Omni Mount, the entry and the entry
really
of the
want to know-
whole mount
Excuse me,
is
sir.
restricted for the women.
Acha, Pandit Ajay Gautam. Pandit
At
Ajay Gautam, you wait.
The entry in the attack mounts is totally restricted. Just listen. On the temple of the...
I just need to know something. I just need to know something.
Go on, Khusboo, go on.
I just need to know something. Did you actually say because a girl went in and touched Shani Bhagwan, there were calamities in a country? Did you actually say that?
I said it's happened just after broken the rules by that concerned girl who belonged to the South India, and every temple has every temple has its own rules, regulation, and
want an argument. I'm asking you,
describe under the section 20 of...
I really want to know is... No, you just tell me, did you just said that because...
Shazia raised your voice for the masjid, for the entry of the masjid and Haji Ali Dargah.
There were calamities in a country.
Don't perhaps about the mandir.
Okay, now let me give you an argument.
Okay, one sec, Khusboo, please. Khusboo is saying, only Khusboo, please, on the air, please. All right, 1 minute, we'll come to that. Pandit Ajay Gautam, the Rig Veda says, the wife, 1 second. The wife and the husband, being equal halves of one substance, are equal in every respect. And therefore, male and female should join and take equal part in all works.
That's right.
Religious and secular. You are nobody. You are not bigger than the Rig Veda. आपने कोई हमहिंदू.com शुरू कर दी, that does not make you bigger than the Rig Veda. आप थोड़ा वेद पढ़ के आइए.
You are quoting
you first read what is written in the Veda. You read what is written in the Veda before you talk that language.
Sentence of the Rig Veda.
Now Khusboo will speak. 1 second. Khusboo will speak. Khusboo, please. The Rig Veda also says.
The
Rig Veda says. I'll give you the English translation. The Rig Veda says young men and married girls mixing freely gives no evidence that married women were by any way secluded. You have not read the hymns, you have not read the Shuktas, you have not read the Vedas. आप ना जानते हैं, आप ये भी नहीं जानते जितना लिखा गया सब ऋषिका ने लिखा था.
Arnab ji, you are mixing up.
I am not mixing up. You are mixing up. You are mixing up. You are the modern day corrupters of our religion.
Our rishi wrote it, narrated down in a classical text. It's called Dharma Sindhu. Dharma Sindhu clearly said which temples has clearly bylaws and special rules or regulation in respect of the entry of the women. They should be followed. And this is not in respect of the Hindu religion. It's also belong to the Jain. It's also belong to the
Pandit Gautam.
There are many temples which has regulations on men.
Pandit Gautam, 1 second.
There are many temples which
Pandit
has
Ajay
regulations on
Gautam
men.
and Rahul Easwar.
There are many
Pandit
temples which
Ajay
has
Gautam and Rahul
regulations
Easwar. Please wait for a
Rahul,
minute
you didn't answer
and
my
please
simple
understand,
question.
you are not the religious sanskari censor babas. The Hindu religion has numerous female goddesses as well as extremely prominent female characters in Hindu epics who symbolize progressive thinking. It is Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, fortune and prosperity, and yet in this country, unfortunately, women are not allowed into some temples. Kali is the goddess of Shakti and empowerment, and yet women are not allowed into any temples. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom, and yet women are not allowed entry into some temples. Do you even know your own religion? You denigrate our religion.
The women,
denigrate our religion.
199 temples.
The
If there
name
is some
of
special
Sabarimala
rules and
comes from
regulations in
Sabari,
respect
a
of some
woman.
particular temple, then
The
why you
name of
are
Sabarimala
creating
comes from
this is a big
Sabari,
issue.
a woman.
If a woman goes into a temple at a particular
God's
time or
sake,
age, that is
for
her
your God's
choice.
sake,
That is
please
her
listen
choice.
and condemn.
If a woman goes into a
Exactly,
temple
that's
of
her
any
choice.
age or time, that is her choice.
At least
You
condemn
cannot
first,
decide
listen
when.
next.
Why? You are doing.
The entry in
Arnab,
respect
one
of the
line.
women's in
One
particular
line. I'm not
respect,
requesting you
it's
to
also
listen and
directed
No,
by
Pandit
that
Ajay
particular
Gautam.
I'm
Pandit Ajay
requesting you
Gautam.
heard
Sorry.
about Ayyappa.
Pandit Ajay Gautam.
About the-
One
about
second.
Lord
Pandit Ajay Gautam. 1 minute.
Arnab,
Pandit Ajay
Arnab,
Gautam. Sorry. 1 second. Pandit Ajay Gautam. Sorry, please. Sorry. 1 second. Pandit Ajay Gautam. Did you have a bath 10 times today?
Let me.
Yeah.
Did you have a bath 10 times today?
How much?
10 bar.
Come on. Don't get
Very,
personal.
sir.
No,
It's a
if I were to say today that if you didn't have a bath 10 times today, you are impure. No, if somebody were to say, no, I'm not getting personal, I'm just giving an example of how ridiculous it is. If you turn around and say, these are my rules, as per my rules, you are impure. If I say you are impure, if I say you are impure, you cannot enter a temple. If I say you are impure, you cannot enter a temple, what will you do?
You address
Impurity
what will you
is not the
address the
argument.
what you address about you address about your
Impurity is
quote
not the
about the
argument.
reference of any classical text?
Which classical test are you talking about? Do you not even know the Vedas? You know the reference to the great debate between
Sir,
Gargi?
You are
I'm quoting
fighting a ghost
quoting the
which is
mantra
not
of Rig Veda.
existing anymore.
You are not if you are not ready
fighting
to
the ghost
hearing
of
what
the
I
past
do.
century.
1 sec. I'll give you one example. Just be quiet.
Knowledge is very dangerous.
No, one second. I'll give one
Sadia,
example.
you have sufficient
I will give one
knowledge.
example. I will give one example. Pandit Ajay
you are
Gautam
doing
asks me.
shadow boxing.
1 second. Pandit
You are
Rahul
fighting
Easwar,
a
I
ghost
accept the
which
challenge.
is no more
I
the
accept the
past.
challenge.
Again, you are.
I accept the challenge.
Only as a Muslim. I'm a
1 minute.
You didn't even answer my simple question. I
No,
didn't
one
have a
minute.
question.
Okay, you have much knowledge.
Okay, let me give you some perspective. Pandit Ajay Gautam, now listen to me. Now listen to me. Just a minute, Pandit Ajay Gautam, listen to me. You said something to me. You listen to me now. You said you want to quote from a text. You said
chanting a mantra of Agni Sukta. Kindly give me the definition of this mantra.
Okay, now listen to me. In the Vedas, 1 minute. Shazia, 1 minute. Shazia, 1 minute. In the Vedas, there is a reference to the great debate between Gargi and the sage Yagnavalkya on matters pertaining to the science of the absolute arrangement of the universe, among other things, which exemplifies the prominent role played by women in the evolution of our argumentative tradition. This is the position given to women in our religious text. It is small people like, narrow-minded people.
Excellent.
And you want one more example. In the Mahabharata, Draupadi, when being disrobed by the Kauravas in an open assembly, she questions the misogyny evident in that scene when she asks her husband. She says, Draupadi says, who do you lose, yourself or me? And Draupadi goes on to say, does a husband have a right to lose his wife in a gambling game? When the Hindu epics depict women rebelling against a certain mindset, I don't understand why in 2015 they should be victims of a discriminatory tradition now. That is my religion. That is the depth of our religion. Understood, Rahul Easwar? आपको समझ में आया?
You are not.
Have you understood? You want more examples?
You just listen.
Or example, do my example.
Males are facing the discrimination by the hands of women.
I'm raising.
Males are facing the discrimination by the hands of women.
Arnab ji,
You're the one who's discriminating.
Sandhya Menon, you wanted examples, I gave you examples.
Whether a woman should enter the temple or not. You're deciding whether a woman is impure.
Sandhya Menon, Sandhya Menon, please. Sandhya Menon. Sandhya Menon.
First line.
Rahul Easwar,
There are many temples which are having regulations on
Rahul,
men.
can I just talk?
Sandhya
Rahul, can I
Menon
just
is saying
talk,
something
please?
to you, Rahul.
Can I finish? Can I make a point?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm stepping aside from tradition, and I'm a Malayali woman who has been in Kerala during the Sabarimala season, and you're debating tradition. Let me tell you what ground reality for a woman is. There's men dressed in black, brushing up against you, looking you up and down, commenting on you, touching you. Yeah, that's the ground reality of a woman. Your brahmacharya, Ayyappa is going to Sabrimala. I don't understand why when
Please
that
don't
can
insult.
happen, why you can't let
Please
a woman
don't
go
defame.
past and
Please don't defend. This is a serious allegation against a cross of devotees. You are crossing the limits. One or two people might be perverted in every religion and every community. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean
to
you
be
cannot
fair,
get
Sandhya, you can't make that.
Every Ayyappa devotee is
shouting
bad.
at me,
This is crossing the
but
line.
I'm telling
This
you
is
my
insulting
experience.
the sensibilities of
No,
crores
to
of
be
people.
fair, no, 1 second.
Don't cross the line.
All
Just because
right,
one or
don't give
two
me that
people are bad,
outrage,
doesn't
Rahul.
mean
Don't
cross
give me
of
that
devotees are
outrage,
bad.
Rahul.
Don't
Calm
get the
down,
line.
Rahul. Calm down, Rahul. Sandhya, I
is
want to
outrageous
intervene at that
because
stage
lots
to
of
say
people
something.
take
Sandhya,
Pranav for 41 days ago.
Sandhya, 1 second. Sandhya, at the same time, you cannot say there are devotees who've gone up that temple. There are people who hold faith. There are people who really believe in the Sabarimala temple. A lot of people do. I
don't doubt that one
that
bit,
doesn't mean
Arnab.
that does not mean that you can generalize. To that point, I agree with Rahul Easwar. Now, please continue. Make
It was
your
not
point.
generalized.
Make
I
your
said
point. Make
there
your
are
point.
people, and are you telling me I cannot talk about an incident that I faced as a woman, that many women have faced? Irrespective of what the religion is, that's ground reality, Arnab.
Yeah, you can say it, but you can't generalize is the point. Let's go back to the
Rahul,
subject. Otherwise,
Rahul,
it will distract from the main subject.
I'm not generalizing. I'm
No,
saying
my
a lot
point
of them,
is, Sandhya,
Can I come in?
Arnabji, this
Sandhya.
is an issue in India.
Sandhya.
Arnabji, 2 lines. Give
can
me
I
2
come
lines.
in?
No,
Give
no,
me 2 lines. Give me 2 lines. This is the issue in India. Feminism in India has become female chauvinism.
Oh,
I agree that
please.
there are
Oh,
many
please,
male
yeah.
chauvinists.
Oh, please,
But
what
the
are you
acceptance
talking
of
about now,
feminism
please?
is
Which
not
reality are you in?
feminism.
No, which world are you in?
Rahul,
I am saying tonight that the best judge of whether or not.
They are not willing to engage.
1 second.
They are not willing to understand what the point is.
I don't feel, Rahul, first of all, do not feel threatened by women
I
speaking
don't
up.
want to be a feminist.
Don't be
But let's
threatened
be
by women
humanists.
speaking up.
They're human
You are being
beings.
threatened by women speaking up. I'm surprised women have not spoken up so far, because a temple runs on public donations, and anything that functions on the principle of public attendance and involvement is not above the
Male or
jurisdiction
female
of the
shouldn't
courts of
threaten
this
each
country.
other. We believe in engagement and communication, not in threatening.
Khusboo, I don't think anyone's threatening you. You're feeling threatened. I don't think Khusboo or Shazia are threatening you. I don't think Khusboo is threatening you.
Every temple has its own rules.
Khusboo versus Rahul
Run its temple.
Khusboo,
Nobody can right to
There's no
intervene in
answer to my
Khusboo.
questions.
Khusboo.
Rahul, I asked you a very simple question.
Please.
Who gives you the rights to decide when is a woman impure? Who gives you the right to decide on that? My question is simple, and you haven't answered me. Why a woman is not allowed between the age of 10 to 50? Why a woman is not allowed?
Answer.
Because it says she is impure that particular time? What makes you think that she is impure? Who gives the rights to
Nobody
think that a
has
woman is
a
impure?
right.
That is
Nobody
what my
has a
question and
right to
argument
decide
is.
whether she is pure or impure. Nobody
Then why
has
do
the-
you say?
Yeah.
Then give me a simple
Nobody
answer.
has the
Why a
right
woman
to
not
call
allowed
menses
between 10 and
bad
50?
or
Why
not.
a woman
I have a
not
more
allowed
simple
between
question. I have a simpler question.
My question
I have
is simple.
a
Why a
simpler
woman
question.
not allowed?
No, I have a simpler
For
question to you,
God's
Rahul.
sake, our argument is
And I
not
have to tell Pandit
Rahul,
ji-
1 second, yeah.
No,
Rahul,
Arnab-
listen to me. Rahul, 1 second.
Arnab-
What about
Arnab,
men in
I
a
have to-
reproductive
I have
age?
a
Sorry,
word-
you know
I
what?
have-
Let
I
me
have a
go.
word
Let
for
me go
Pandit.
deeper into this. 1 second, Rahul Easwar. Women, your basic argument is women who are in a reproductive age are impure, right? Now my question to you is, why are
No.
men in a reproductive age are not impure?
No.
What is your point? You're getting confused here right now. Go back and read the Vedas tonight.
That is not my
You
argument.
go back and read
Arnabji,
about your own religion tonight.
Arnabji, I am reading the High
Then
Court
what's the
verdicts.
point?
I believe in High
What High
Court
Court
verdict
verdict?
more
Yeah, I'll tell
than
you.
the interpretation of any mind thousands of years ago. Vedas should be interpreted
Oh,
in scientific
today
and
Vedas are not
constitutional
relevant.
manner. I
New
am
argument
quoting
viewers,
Constitution.
Rahul
I am
Easwar
quoting
says
High Court verdict.
defending something.
Vedas are relevant. Vedas are absolutely relevant.
One second.
Don't put words in my mouth.
decide?
Vedas are
Rahul
eternally
Easwar
relevant,
says
but
tonight,
it should be
Rahul
interpreted
Easwar
in the
defending
spirit of
something as a
Constitution.
religious
It should be
tradition.
interpreted in the spirit
This
of
is
science.
bizarre. Rahul Easwar
didn't say
defending
that.
something as a religious tradition says
Rahul,
that the Vedas
I
are not
have a
relevant.
question to Rahul.
Tremendous. Now my
Arnab, you
question
are
is to
mixing so many things together.
Not acceptable.
I didn't say that.
Arnab, you
Please
are
don't
mixing
put
so
words in
many
my
things
mouth.
are together.
I
You
said
are referring
Vedas are eternal.
some are
Vedas
quote
are
in respect of
eternal
some another
wisdom,
courts.
but
You
it
are
should
just
be
misleading the
interpreted
people.
in the spirit of Constitution.
Pirzada Mohd Amin Shah,
I don't think.
Secretary of the Muslim
Is it
Personal
a
Law
bad
Board.
thing to say?
Listen to me, sir. You see, my view is, Pirzada, that all religious traditions that come in the way of gender equality are irrelevant and must be done away with. The constitution of this country takes precedence over religious tradition So any tradition that bars women from their fundamental right to worship in a mosque or a dargah, those restrictions should go.
No, Arnab ji.
No.
Arnab
That's
ji,
my view.
so
Whether it is
Islam
Sabrimala or a
concerned-
mosque, my views are the same.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it can be your view, but so far Islam is concerned, so far Deen is concerned, जितनी एम्पावरमेंट, जितनी आजादी और जितनी इज्जत का मुकाम इस्लाम में,
I am asking you about the right to worship. What is
listen, I am coming to your question, sir. یہ کہیں پر بھی نہیں ہے کہ ایک عورت مسجد میں نہیں جا سکتی ہے.
تو جانے کیوں نہیں دیا جاتا؟
درگاہ میں جانے کا مسئلہ اس سے الگ ہے, درگاہ میں جانے کا اس کا الگ ایک مسئلہ ہے, وہاں جائے, لیکن دیر آر رولز اینڈ ریگولیشنز. اگر ایک عورت مسجد میں جاتی ہے,
کس نے بنایا ہے رولز ذرا بتائیں؟
کا برابر انتظام ہے.
کس نے بنایا؟
پہلے بتائیے سر,
کس نے بنایا رول؟
سوال کا میرے آپ کون سا رول؟
یہ سب آپ نے کہا کہیں پہ ایسا کوئی ریلیجیس ٹریڈیشن نہیں ہے مگر رول ہے.
نہیں, یہ کون کہہ رہا ہے؟
نہیں, your argument which is pushed forward to justify, are there restrictions of women on entering the sanctum sanctorum of dargahs or not?
No, not at all.
Is there an active movement among Muslim women to gain access to places of worship or not? Is the Haji Ali Dargah case in point, with a group of women going to court over being denied entry into the sanctum sanctorum or not?
Mr. Arnab ji, so far Haji Ali Dargah is concerned, ہم اس کو اس کے ساتھ یہ انٹرمیگل نہیں کر سکتے ہیں.
کیوں؟
بیسک تھنگ ہمارا یہ ہے, بیسک مسئلہ یہ ہے کہ کیا ایک عورت کو, نہیں پہلے بات تو سنیے نا میری, پہلے ہم نے یہ دیکھنا ہے کہ عورت کو کیا مقام دیا ہے. آئی ٹاک آف اسلام.
نہیں, میں حاجی علی درگاہ کے بارے میں بول رہا ہوں.
میں جانا نہیں چاہتا ہوں. نہیں, پہلے میں وہی تو عرض کر رہا ہوں نا. پہلے آپ اس کو, میری بات کو پہلے آپ سن لیجئے, آپ کا جواب ملے گا. جہاں تک امپاورمنٹ کا تعلق ہے, جہاں تک آزادی کا تعلق ہے, ایک عورت کو جو اسلام میں دیا ہے شاید ہی اور کہیں دیا ہے.
غلط بات ہے, آپ غلط بول رہے ہیں.
جا سکتی ہے نماز پڑھنے کے لیے,
آپ غلط بول رہے ہیں.
پہلے میری بات سنیے.
آپ غلط بول رہے ہیں. As per Muslim, one minute. Why should 21st century India allow a situation where a Muslim woman is forced to accept polygamy because personal laws say so? Inheritance کے بارے میں بولیے. آج 2015 میں why should we accept an inherently discriminatory law where a brother and sister inherit the property as successors? For instance, the daughter's share as per Muslim personal law is only one half of the son's. Consider divorce. Why should, اچھا چلیے divorce کے بارے میں بات کیجئے. یہ ٹرپل طلاق کا سسٹم کیوں ہے آج؟ یہ ٹرپل طلاق کا سسٹم کیوں ہے؟
پہلے ایک بات بتائیں, آپ مجھے ایک بات پوچھ رہے ہیں اور دوسری طرف آپ
میں ٹرپل طلاق کا سسٹم کیوں ہے آج؟
مسجد کو لے کر آپ طلاق پر پہنچ گئے.
سبھی تو ڈسکرمنیشن ہے نا.
مسئلہ ہے.
ارے بھائی سن تو لیجئے, سب کچھ ڈسکرمنیشن تو ہے نا. آپ کون ہوتے ہیں کہنے کے لیے ناٹ ایٹ آل؟ شازیہ is saying something to you?
کہ وہ عورت کو طلاق دے.
I think there is a lot of discrimination. Triple talaq, which is talaq biddat.
Shazia is listening patiently.
ایک ایک کر کے بات کرتے ہیں. جی میں آپ سے کچھ کہنا چاہوں گی, فرمانے کی جرت کروں گی پورے احترام کے ساتھ. بھائی صاحب کی جہاں تک ٹرپل طلاق بدت کی بات ہے, سارے مسلم ممالک میں بند ہے, بینڈ ہے, لیکن انڈیا میں اس کو لے کر ابھی بھی ہنگامہ ہے جو کئی جگہ نہیں ہے. الجیریا, ٹونیشیا نے موروکو میں کتنے سال پہلے کیا. آپ کہہ رہے ہیں مساجد میں عورتوں کو پورا حق ان کو موجود ہے, وہ جا سکتی ہیں, لیکن کہاں کتنی مسجدیں ہیں جہاں پہ عورتیں جاتی ہیں؟ دبئی میں عورتیں جاتی ہیں, کشمیر میں جاتی ہیں, یو پی مدھیہ پردیش میں کوئی بھی مسجد ہے. آپ نے سنیے میری بات کو سنیے, آپ بعد میں بتائیے. انتظام ہونا چاہیے, رائٹ ٹو کانگریگیشن. مجھے بولنے دیجیے. اچھا, اسلام میں کیا نہیں ہے؟ اسلام میں جہیز نہیں ہے. اسلام میں جہیز کتنے, ہندوستان میں کتنے مسلم لوگ ہیں جو جہیز لیتے ہیں, وہ تو اسلام کا حصہ نہیں ہے. اسلام میں کاسٹ سسٹم نہیں ہے, لیکن انڈین مسلم کاسٹ سسٹم کو نہیں پریکٹس کرتے ہیں. تو جب کنوینئنٹ ہوتا ہے تو آپ اسلامک مسلم بن جاتے ہیں, اور جب کنوینئنٹ ہوتا ہے تو آپ اسی ریجن کی جو سب سے خراب پرتھائیں ہیں ان کو آپ اپناتے ہیں. تو آپ سچ بولیے, کتنی مسجدیں جہاں عورتیں جاتی ہیں, ان کا پورا حق ہے. مکہ میں جاتی ہیں, ساؤتھ افریقہ میں جاتی ہیں, دبئی میں جاتی ہیں, لیکن انڈیا میں کہیں نہیں جاتی.
نہیں, دبئی کو میں نے کیا کرنا ہے, میں اپنی بات کروں گا. آپ اگر غلط کر رہے ہیں یا میں غلط کر رہا ہوں, وہ ایک دین کے لیے ایک مکمل ضابطہ حیات نہیں بن رہا ہے. جو میں کہہ رہا ہوں وہ اگر
آپ طلاق بدت کو روکنے کے لیے کچھ کیوں نہیں کرتے؟
نہیں, پہلے بات سنیے میری. यू हैव फिनिश्ड योर क्वेश्चन नाउ, मुझे भी बोलने का मौका तो थोड़ा दे दीजिए। जहां तक आप ट्रिपल तलाक की बात करते हैं, जहां मर्द को अल्लाह ताला ने ये हुक्म दिया है कि आप ये कर सकते हैं इन सर्टन सर्कमस्टेंसेस, वहां औरत को भी ये हक हासिल है, ये मर्द को ही हासिल नहीं है। जहां तक मस्जिदों में जाने का ताल्लुक है, मस्जिद में जाने की
किस्म के तलाक है आप जानते नहीं है, जिस तरह से राहुल ईश्वर और पंडित जी जानते नहीं है क्या है, आप इस्लाम भी नहीं जानते। 4 किस्म के तलाक हैं और ये सबसे बुरा है और सबसे नौजुबिल्ला, मतलब ये लिख कर आया है कि सबसे खराब किस्म का तलाक है और कई मुस्लिम नेशंस में नहीं है। आप उसको जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं। औरत की जिंदगी इतनी दुश्वारी में गुजरती है।
शाजिया जी, आप जानते हैं कि इस्लाम में 2 औरतों की गवाही एक के बराबर होती है।
आपका इस्लाम खतरे में आ जाता है।
औरत की जिंदगी तीन लफ्जों के ऊपर लटकी रहती है।
खुशबू is countering as well. खुशबू, 1 second, only खुशबू।
डर के रहती है,
खुशबू,
जिंदगी में डर के रहती है।
1 मिनट, खुशबू इज टेकिंग ऑन।
क्यों दे देंगे?
खुशबू कुछ कह रहे हैं आपसे, सुन लीजिए।
भाई साहब,
सुन
मैं
लीजिए
आपको बताना
पिरज़ादा जी।
चाहूंगी कि जहां तक मुस्लिम औरतों का सवाल है, ये जो आपके जो
पहले वहाँ
3
शोर
लफ्ज
कम कर
हैं,
देना, मुझे सुनने
आपके
तो
जो
दे
3
दीजिए।
लफ्ज हैं, वो एक शादीशुदा औरत की जिंदगी इन 3 लफ्जों पे अटकी रहती है। उसको ये कहा जाता है कि कुछ भी हो जाए, तेरा पति तुझे कभी ये ट्रिपल तलाक के बारे में बात ना करें।
पर वो जहालत को
आज भी तो हो रहा है ना, हम देख रहे हैं ना,
आप कह रहे थे
हमारे माहौल में हो रहा है,
तो तालीम लाने के लिए
हमारे
क्या किया
माहौल
जा
में
रहा
हो रहा है।
रोशन ख्याली बढ़ाने के लिए क्या किया जा रहा है, बताइए आप।
खुशबू जी ने कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो उनको मजहब नहीं सिखाता है, जाहिल लोग कर रहे हैं। पहले मेरी बात तो सुनिए, पहले आप देखिए दौरी जाहिलियत का क्या हाल था। उस वक्त लड़कियों को जिंदा दफनाया जाता था। इस्लाम जब मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम आए तो उस वक्त
अच्छा, तो आप आज कह रहे हैं कि हमें बहुत ही 1 सेकंड, पिरज़ादा जी, व्हाट आर यू सेइंग?
तो उस वक्त
आप आज नहीं, आप कह रहे हैं
जिंदा दफनाया जाता था, हिंदुओं में सती किया जाता था, फर्क क्या पड़ा? दोनों तो एक ही हुए।
वही तो बात है।
हिंदुओं में सती इसलिए किया जाता था ताकि मुस्लिम लोग आके उसकी इज्जत का तार-तार ना करते।
Stop it, पंडित अजय गौतम, stop it. पंडित अजय गौतम, stop it. आप तो, no, 1 second. Now I go back to the point tonight. Now I'm going back to the point tonight, and the point is this. The point is this. Tonight. 1 second. Be patient. If a woman decides to not go to the temple because she is menstruating, that is her choice. Rahul Easwar, you are nobody with a capital N to compel her not to go. If she is menstruating but still wishes to enter the temple, that is her choice, not the wish of any man. Understand? Correct. And because there, Rahul Easwar, you are linking menstruation with impurity. The question to be asked is this: who decides what is pure and impure?
Nobody linked that.
Who decides what is pure and impure? Who decides? You decide.
That will be decided.
Come on, Rahul.
You decide what is pure and impure.
In a position to
Please
go there or
don't
not.
write the
Rahul, stop being so naive.
of the past century. Second, let us at least engage. For God's sake, let us engage. I concede as a person who represents a particular line of thought and faith. Please listen. Please listen. We are willing to concede that over a period of time, there might have been some practices which has
I have Mr. Rahul Easwar, let it be said tonight.
We are not against
Let it be said tonight. Rahul Easwar, what has been revealed on the Newshour tonight, and I am sorry to say this, is the fact that you and Pandit Ajay Gautam don't know the basics of Hinduism. Saraswati is the trinity of 1 minute, part of the trinity. Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati, all these 3 forms help the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva to create, to maintain and regenerate, recycle the universe. You don't even know about our religion. Kali means black one and force of time. She is the goddess of time, change, power, creation, preservation and destruction. You don't know about your religion. Pandit Ajay Gautam, अच्छा पंडित अजय गौतम, आपको मैं एक बात कहना चाहूंगा. पंडित अजय गौतम,
my interpretation is supreme.
पंडित अजय गौतम,
you know what, Rahul, you know what, Pandit ji,
my interpretation is PB gets interpretation. You don't know.
मैं तो आज सुनिए
अर्णब जी,
पंडित अजय गौतम, lastly to be said to you, viewers have seen on the Newshour tonight, every time Pandit Ajay Gautam comes and quotes the right to understanding of the Hindu religion. Tonight I have quoted the Rig Veda, I have quoted the Atharva Veda, I have quoted the Mahabharata to expound my position.
You are
Pandit
quoted-
Ajay
you are
Gautam
quoted
has
in
been
respect
unable
of
to respond to
other scenario,
Pandit Ajay Gautam. आप आज बिल्कुल एक्सपोज हो गए हिंदू रिलीजन पर. हिंदू रिलीजन पर आप एक्सपोज हो गए. आज की जो पीढ़ी है, आज की जो पीढ़ी है, आज की जो पीढ़ी है, वो हिंदू धर्म आपसे अच्छा समझती है, वो भारतीयता समझती है, वो हिंदू धर्म समझती है, वो मजहब से ज्यादा देश से प्यार करती है. आप समझ लीजिए. अरे अगले बार आप थोड़ा
उनका मतलब आप
अगले बार थोड़ा ऋग्वेद अथर्ववेद पढ़ के आए.
सर ऋग्वेद का पूछा है, आप भी बता दीजिए.
नागरिकता
क्या कहे
और
आजकल?
संविधान को समझती है.
आजकल सब लोग, आजकल ये सब बाबा लोग 2 मिनट नूडल्स बना रहे
जी,
हैं.
आपको पता है इस्लाम में
उन्हें लगता है कि आजकल रिलीजन भी 2 मिनट नूडल्स हो गया
है. क्या ये बात?
ना.
मुझे बहुत कुछ पता है.
सिखाइए ना.
मुझे बहुत
हाँ,
कुछ
तो
पता
आप
है.
एक बार उस पर भी तो डिस्कस
Please,
करना.
Calm down.
Goswami ji,
Calm down, Rahul.
Baba Ramdev.
Calm down. Control yourself. Calm down. Viewers. Viewers.
I believe
Viewers.
it shouldn't affect you.
Viewers tonight, viewers, tonight I quoted the religious text to respond to some of these arguments. Now, the next time I'd request all of them to come back and understand modernity, what gender equality is about. Don't twist our religion, Rahul. Don't twist our religion. Thank you very much for joining us on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight.